Have the whites ever heard about?
Have the Blancos heard of?
Did y'all ever hear the conspiracy with like Tupac went right after he died when the Machiavelli album came out? Mm-mm. It was like
he had like faked his death.
Well, not only just that, but if you listen to the Machiavelli album, right on Hail Mary,
yep,
they say at the beginning you could hear him say, "Suge shot me." You know what I'm saying? So this big conspiracy that Suge Knight was really, and I ain't gonna lie, I was 15. I believed it. Okay,
I have heard that.
It. But then you think about it as a grown man. What grown man will sit in the car and purposely let people drive up and shoot bullets into the car and say he survived? You're not doing that. You got to be pinpoint accuracy. You know, trained killer. Yeah. Military trained killer type would have to be able to do some shit like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped believing that. But it's always been conspiracy between him and Puffy, man. It's always that motherfucker.
I knew that there was some, like, there are a couple people, it was always rumored and stuff like that, but I've never had anybody lay out the evidence like that before. Mm-hmm. But, man, I just watching this press run that Vincent's doing, where he's just smiling the whole time.
Jesus, he has the most disarming fucking smile in the world, bro. Like it just disarms you. White people just melt. Like, oh, Piff, tell us. He just cheeses. You know what I'm saying?
He looks like a kid getting ready to take a school photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kind of has that like like that. If I ever found out that he had a problem with me, I would just call him every day. Be like, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're in the. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
That wouldn't work.
I know.
He don't care about apologies.
He would just wait.
Dudes have apologized to him, and he don't give a fuck. He just does shit. Hey, man.
He just lives for that shit.
He do. Like he really does feel good by fucking with people like that.
It's so funny.
Buying out the first 4 rows and shit.
Just to be empty, bro.
Have you heard his explanation for it? He's like, I did it to make him a better showman because you've still got to get out on stage and perform to the people that are there. So it is elevating his like it's so.
It's so funny though. Whenever Ja Rule comes back out, it says something like how tries to fire back, and everybody's like, "Shut the fuck up, Ja."
I love that. No, all the comments are like, "Bruh, he just left you alone." Like just.
Like, shut the fuck up, Ja.
You lost.
Shit like Dave Chappelle.
Yep. Where is Ja
Rule? Who did you ask Ja Rule?
Here to talk about it is Ja Rule. Where is Ja?
That shit crazy.
I need help processing my feelings.
Help me out, Ja.
So, what's the best holiday drink?
Okay.
You do drinking on the holidays?
You always do. If you meeting over granny house or a family member, you're gonna drink. But we are mostly, I ain't gonna front, man. We drink hen for any occasion. You know, Hennessy is gonna be pulled out for anything. Birthdays, bar mitzvahs, it don't matter. You invite me there, I might bring some hen. So I will always associate.
What's your favorite Hennessy?
See, but I'm not a Hennessy guy no more. I'll drink it. Like Henny XO is the best Hennessy.
Okay.
That's the best. Like I like Henny XO. Like that's pretty good. And then I'm a Remy guy. When I did drink dark, I really drank Remy. I like 1734, 1738. I like Remy. But I always associate Christmas, holiday drinking with just anything. If we're drinking tequila, we're going to drink tequila that night. You know what I'm saying? People bring Patron, we're going to drink Patron. I'm not an eggnog guy. You drink eggnog?
Nah. Not really.
You an eggnog guy?
No. I don't drink anything out of a cup that looks thick and white.
Touche. Understand.
Well, you lost me on that.
You can't argue with him.
I can't.
You can't argue. He's right.
You are right. I've never thought of it that way, but it's a holiday tradition at my house that my wife, anytime
Y'all drink eggnog together as a family?
No. Anytime she gets stressed out, anytime the kids are driving her nuts, I'll look at her and I'll be like, does Santa need a White Russian? And she'll be like, yes. And so I go
That's
make her
that's
one.
a good one for the holiday, I think.
That's the only time we ever have it. But it started when my daughter.
Is there a Black Russian?
I think there is, but I don't know
think
what
so.
that
Oh,
is.
I was being an asshole. It really is.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
there is.
Coffee, probably just coffee and vodka.
Well,
Maybe.
a White Russian has Kahlua
Kahlua vodka,
and half and half.
and then half and half,
Oh, that's
or
white as fuck.
cream, or whatever you.
It looks
milk.
like it looks like milk.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I
it
just
tastes
ain't
like
know.
love. No,
Oh, that's white as fuck.
That's what I felt. That's what I felt.
you know what's crazy is you used to mention Remy Martin, and I was trying to think, and I was like, oh, I like Remy, but I remember the only time I've ever had it was someone bought us this box of. They were chocolates with liquor inside of them.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like,
Okay, I know exactly
I
what
was
you're
like,
talking
I really like the Remy Martin ones. And then I'm like, well, they were wrapped in chocolate. So maybe that has something to
That
do
has something to do with
with
it.
it.
That's
But
probably right.
I would crack open a couple of those.
Courvoisier. This is my Courvoisier, man.
Yeah. I loved the ladies, man.
my dude.
I loved it.
Courvoisier.
Well, that's real good.
Yeah. My favorite part is
I want a fish
anytime
sandwich.
he's like, next caller. Oh, it's the lady. That's my favorite part, though.
Ooh, it's a lady.
Lady. We really didn't do a lot of we didn't do drinking when I was growing up, and my wife's family does it a little bit because they're Catholic, and that's just what Catholics do. They get together and drink. But
I think it all kind of blurs together with me because New Year's is right there,
Yeah.
and then like you're drinking whatever on New Year's.
Yep.
yeah,
Well, like I said, with us, it's always like if you're going over an aunt's house or everybody gathers over your house or your parents' house, you going to drink. It's going to be beer there. It's going to be like some type of liquor. People going to take shots with, tequila's everything. Tequila's everywhere. So it's hard for me to narrow it down to a holiday drink. We just drink.
So on my dad's side of the family, like they were super strict, like my grandparents. But all my aunts and uncles were like, they would go, check the tires or go for a walk or whatever.
The long walk.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
long walk.
And my family was the only family that didn't like participate in that. And I was like, well, I don't understand. Why does everybody always go for a walk
What
before
we do?
dinner? I don't understand. And it took me a long time to realize, like, oh, they're the
Smoking
cool
weed.
kids. Yeah.
They're smoking weed.
They're drinking out there by the,
Yep.
like my uncle used to go out he'd be like, oh, I think something's wrong with your air conditioner. And he would go out and stand next. It's Christmas. We don't need the air conditioner to work.
You got to
on.
listen. Got
Yeah.
quick on your feet.
And
Eric.
you
Quick
find
on
out
your
that
feet.
there's a 30-pack of Busch Light back there, and he's just back there just hammering them down. And then on my mom's side of the family, they would, like, my grandmother wasn't strict, and my aunts and uncles, they would have some drinks and cocktails and stuff like that. But my parents were like, no, never, not even once, like that. And so it was always like, come on. Like, I really, I got in trouble one time because I told my mom, I was like, you're only fun when Aunt Grace is around. And she got mad at me. And then I realized later, I'm like, oh, that's because you're drinking when Aunt Grace is around.
So your
Yeah,
parents
it's
were real
lit.
strict with alcohol.
Oh, with
My mom
Everything.
made my fake ID for me.
really?
Really? That is
Yeah.
dope.
That's a very different childhood.
Yes, it is. Are you
that's-
serious? That is funny.
It's
That,
I think the statute of limitations.
it's gone. You
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Mom, I promise you. Mama Sibala, you good. You
yeah, she's all right. Yeah. I don't think they're coming after her.
good. Dog, that's funny. And like, were you an early drinker with your family? And like, as far as like, I'm talking about like at events and shit, like the dad like drink a beer with you or something like that.
Yeah, but like I mean, not like real early, more like 18 and up.
Okay.
Like I guess I started drinking around 17ish, right? But I was also like in sports year round, like all the time. So it's like I couldn't really drink anyway.
Do what you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like I drank with my friends, but I wasn't really a drinker. I smoked weed, and I've never drank with my father because my father is an alcoholic. He's been sober 25 years, and right when I was turning 21, was kind of his those pivotal years where he needed to quit.
Yeah.
And so I didn't get a chance to drink with him. But smoking weed, I used to hide it. He knew I smoked, but I never smoked it from my parents. Like, I just never did that. And one day, me and my best friend was in the backyard. It was like, I'm like 19 to 20. And we back there smoking. And my dad just opened the window and said, "What y'all doing? Smoking dope?" He said, "Boy, man, go further back there, man. So nobody see you." But like, but I still hadn't smoked with him yet. So, but when I moved back home, got married, bought my house, and Thanksgiving is at my house. Everyone comes to my house on Thanksgiving, and he came over, and I was like going to the other room and shit. He said, "Hey, boy, we at your house. Fire that shit up." He said, "What, you ain't got to hide that from me?" He said, "Fire." And I smoke with my dad like all the time now, so it's nothing. But like, yeah, that was the one thing I did. I've never drank with my parents because my mom is, dog, my mom could be in church 24 hours a day.
That's how my wife is.
She would be in church 24 hours a day. Like,
Yeah.
She's a church woman. I grew up with a church mom, a super church mom. So,
Yeah.
I missed all. My big brother got the good years with my parents when they were still out here lit in the streets in the 80s and shit. My brother got those years. I got my parents when they totally settled down. My dad got the job he retired from when I'm born. My mom got in the church when I was 5. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom smoking cigarettes like once or twice, and then she never does it again. I never see her smoke a cigarette again.
So my parents had mellowed out a lot, and they were a lot like growing up, they were real strict, even though my mom did that. So, like, because I was already in college at that point with the fake ID thing. But like, they were way more like chill with my brother. But like, I'm 7 years older than my brother.
Yeah.
So I was the one going out and buying his alcohol.
That's funny. So you got a real baby brother. I'm the baby brother with me. So I'm the baby. My brother, I've been spoiled. I ain't gonna front. My brother was like you, probably. I got anything. If my parents didn't do it, my brother was gonna do it for me.
I remember I was back home visiting from college, and I bought him a bottle of like Smirnoff, right? And him and his buddy were like drinking it upstairs. And then I went out to the bars, and I came back home. Everybody in the house is asleep. And then I'm just chilling, watching TV in the living room. I hear him shuffling around upstairs. He woke up. And then I hear water landing on carpet. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? So, like, I'm looking around, and, like, it's, like, coming from upstairs. I flip the light switch on, and I take one step. He pissed down the entire stairway. Right, so I go like a shimmy up the side. I pick him up. He's like laying down at the top step. Get him back in bed,
And it's just slinking like down the stairs.
it's all the way down.
He falls in
And because I'm the one who bought him the alcohol, now I gotta go like clean this shit up before the morning. So like it's like 3 a.m. Like I'm scrubbing piss out of carpet, so that my brother.
Funny
Is like,
as fuck, dog. That's funny. That's funny.
Man.
I never did nothing like that. Like my like I said, we so far.
It's the burden of being the older brother.
Yep.
Like,
I'm the youngest. I never had to do any of that. My sister was like super straight edge, never did anything. Like she used to get in trouble for
that's not
hanging
what I
out.
heard. No, just kidding.
Hey, without being weird, I'd be like, tell me stories, because I would just
Her
love.
nickname was Dollar General.
Every 47 miles. That is funny.
Popping up in small towns across America. I would love to have some dirt on her because she is, without spreading too much family stuff over the airwaves, she's kind of got this holier than thou whole thing where it's like, and she likes to argue. So she'll like to kind of pick at you and then wait for you to say something and then be like, well, you blah, 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 blah. And it's like,
Motherfucker.
all right.
You bitch.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird to have
Is it just two of y'all?
Yeah. Well, actually, there's three of us. Surprise. Didn't find out about.
Oh shit! Surprise!
Your pop's got a secret family?
No. My mom had a secret baby. Yeah. I have an older brother. He's 45 or 47, I think.
When did you find out?
Like a year ago.
Oh shit! This is
Damn.
recent.
We got ancestry.com. We got which my
White
aunt
drama.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah. There were many clutched pearls in our house. No, it's so weird because so we took the
Well,
DNA
your church
test.
going strict ass mom.
Yeah. And then it all made sense. When this came out, then I was like, oh.
She's trying to keep you from having secret babies.
No wonder you hate fun. You had too much of it, and then you had to oversteer, and now now I get it. You guys are, yeah. So, yeah, I found out. Yeah, his name's Russell. He lives in Virginia. He's a cool dude. But yeah, I don't know. You know what's weird is I get along better with him than I do with my sister.
That is.
Well, let's
funny.
unpack that. Let's.
Yeah.
Does she watch?
I don't know.
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
Not after the last 5 minutes, she doesn't. No, yeah. But like my mom, it was so crazy when she told us because like she sat. My parents do this weird thing of they won't tell me bad news. They'll schedule a date to tell me bad news.
They make it a point.
Yes.
You get a calendar invite.
Yeah.
We'll disappoint him on the 22nd.
Yeah. Okay, Tuesday at 5, we'll tell them Santa's not real, and yeah.
Extra sibling.
No,
All right,
but they'll be like, hey, we need you to come over for a little bit on, Thursday. You'll be like, why? And they're like, we just have something to talk about. It's like, okay, well, let's talk about it now. And they'll be like, no, we can't do that. We'll talk Thursday. Like, okay. All right. So, of course, I'm just like, well, who's got cancer? Like who's dying now?
Your brother does. What brother? What brother has cancer?
What? Good news, bad news. Good news.
He actually doesn't have cancer.
And then she was like, so when I was 18, I had a baby. And I was like, okay, cool. So you guys want to get dinner or like what? Like it didn't bother me at all. And she was like, oh, I've been holding on to this secret for so long. And now I'm like, oh, I can finally exhale. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell us from the
They
beginning?
be thinking so much that life is like gonna devastate.
So,
us,
like, did
bro.
they put him up for adoption?
She was
she-
too young to.
No. So I don't want to get too detailed. I can tell you off camera, but I don't want to get too deep into it because it's
Yeah.
deeply personal for her.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and I don't care. I don't think it's a big deal, and I know he doesn't care if I talk about it because and it's his life. But out of respect for
So
her,
probably this is getting cut.
yeah.
This whole part. So
no.
we can like judge the fuck out of her right now.
Nah.
You want to hear? You want to hear something crazy about? Okay, and this goes into how country y'all
White
think
people
Cape-
wild. Here we
Cape
go.
Girardeau? Yeah.
Yes.
You want to hear the craziest part? My half brother, his half brother, is my next door neighbor.
Yo.
I've lived next to him for 9 years, and I didn't know we had that connection until a year ago, or whatever.
When did your neighbor find out?
Yeah, I don't think he does. I mean, he does if he watches this podcast. But
What's up, bro?
no, I don't like him. I don't like
Fuck
it.
you, bro.
Yeah, I call. I joke with my wife. I call him my quarter brother. I'm like, quarter brother needs to mow his grass again. Like and stuff like that. He's.
It is always intriguing, man.
You are a dad.
Yeah,
Neighbor needs to mow their yard.
yeah. Quarter brother needs to get out there.
Man, it's always intriguing when white people be in this type of shit. It's like it's good to meet a real life Gallagher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're a Gallagher, like bro. This shit is so impressive to me when I see it.
Just out there breaking watermelons.
Dog, man, it's well, not that Gallagher. I'm
Okay,
talking about
yeah.
what's the TV show with the white people from Chicago, man. They're called the Gallaghers.
Shameless.
Shameless.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was like, Friends?
No, but
ER?
Shameless. It's like, this is your own Shameless. Like, it's so, like, Shameless was so dope to me because I love to see white people. They don't be wanting to show that white people be doing nigga shit. Like, y'all do it. It's the same shit. It's no difference. It's like, man, poor is poor.
Yeah.
Always Sunny. You love Always Sunny.
I love Always Sunny. It's just I've never watched it in its entirety. I like it just for the simple fact that it's improv. So I enjoyed it. I enjoy it for that much. But yeah, like I love that shit, bro, because people be thinking that we so much different, that people are different. And it's honestly, poor people everywhere are the same.
Yeah.
Poor people are poor people, bro. They do the same type of poor shit.
Poors are gonna pour.
I promise you. I promise you.
I'm feeling left out in this. I grew up.
Son of a bitch.
JC's like, I knew all my siblings.
I grew up in a fairly well-off area.
We had a 2-car garage.
That was considered poor where I grew up.
That's because you were in Orland Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's money over there. It's money over there. Yeah, some bread over there.
Now I really hope my family's not gonna. I'm gonna get a call whenever this comes out and be like, "How could you talk about?"
I mean, I knew I had a sister, but I didn't meet my sister till I was 34. Her and my dad. My dad's from Michigan, which y'all all know that. Mm-hmm. And he had a
Did he get fired from?
No, unfortunately, he didn't get caught cheating or anything in Michigan. But nah, he's from Flint, and his senior year of high school, he had a daughter. Him and the mom don't work out. Mm-hmm. He doesn't work out in Michigan. He ends up moving. My grandparents weren't together. My grandfather lived in St. Louis. He moves to St. Louis. We have, I'm born and all that shit. But I've always grew up knowing about her, but she didn't grow up knowing about us. It's one of those weird shit. You want to talk about not talking about too much. I'm gonna have to get into it because I'm talking about it now. And it's like a weird thing with us because she look at my dad a different way than I look at my dad. My dad's my dad. My dad been in my life my whole life. Mm-hmm. He's been a stand-up man, and he might have been an alcoholic, but my dad never spent money to the point to where we couldn't eat. Our bills wasn't paid. I grew up pretty comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And she looks at it different. She didn't find out that my dad was her dad till her 18th birthday.
Damn.
Oh.
Her mom had her thinking the entire time her baby sister's father was her father. Mm. Now, you can blame my dad for not doing more and allowing her mom to dictate the narrative and the story. Mm. But you ask me, your mom it's culpable in this as my dad is.
Yeah.
That's a two-way street of ignorance to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and she didn't know until she turned 18. I talked to her on the phone. I'll never forget. Talked to her when she was 18, and she found out about us. We spoke. And then her and my dad had a little relationship. They fell out because she's supposed to come. He sent some money to her. She's supposed to come down to meet us. She never came. Mm. My dad is very black and white. He really don't have any gray. There's no middle ground with him. You do right or you do wrong. He doesn't understand why you could have did something. Mm-hmm. He didn't speak to that girl for like 30-something years, bro. I'm like, serious.
Damn. And
then eventually, my uncle was running for mayor of Flint. He was doing his runs through the churches and shit, kissing babies and shaking hands. Mm-hmm. And at the church, he run into my sister. And like, that's what got us together. She's like, I want to meet my brother. How does my brother look? And he looked at her and said, like your daughter? My niece looks just like me. You know what I'm saying?
That poor girl.
Fuck you, Sibala. But nah,
how many
bro,
wigs does she have to go through?
She's a gymnast, motherfucker. They stick on pretty good. But nah, bro, like, she didn't meet me until we was in our 30s, and I went down there. You know what I'm saying? I met her, but she has this, like, feeling and thought about my dad that I just don't agree with. Like, I agree he could have did more. I'm also more sympathetic to I'll just die for the team. I'll take one. All you feminists get mad at me. women do a lot of bullshit with kids, bro. And if you're not a man who understands that the court system can work in your favor, if you've grown up fearful of court and the law, you will allow her to dictate that because you're scared to do shit. Dudes that know what their rights are and shit, they fight for it, and this normally works a little bit more in their favor. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it normally works in their favor. And I know my dad's part of a generation that did not fuck with the government and all of that shit. I know that. It's not an excuse, but I understand it. Your mom is just as fucking culpable of making you believe that dude was your daddy. They lived around the corner from my grandmother, and she never took her over there.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how could my dad be the one that's the only one you have an issue with?
Yeah. No, I get that 100%.
And I made it deep. I'm sorry.
no, I get that.
Giggling.
So my daughter, she's my adopted daughter. She's from my wife's first marriage. And we've always been real open with her about like, hey, your dad lives in the same town we do. I mean, he's in and out of jail, so he might not actually be he might be up at county right now, but yeah, he's still around. And
How crazy would it be if he was the other quarter brother?
he's my other neighbor. He on the other side.
Keeping it in the family down in Cape Girardeau.
Oh, that
Son
is
of a bitch.
hilarious.
Oh my gosh! What are the odds?
Drinking eggnog.
Yeah.
That prison eggnog.
Did he?
Yeah. Shout out, little people. No, but he like my daughter has a job, and he comes into her job and has no idea who she is.
Oh, that's
And she's like taking his order before because she works at this barbecue restaurant, and like he's come in and been like, let me get this and this and this and stuff like that. And
is he a
she's
good
just kinda
tipper?
Bruh. No.
I didn't hear what you said to Ashley. Does he tip her? He's a deadbeat in every way.
Yeah. He's a man. I don't know what I can and can't say on here without getting in trouble, but
You know the rule that I've always lived by, and my mom lived by, because me and my brother have different dads. One day I'll really get into that story. We ain't gonna shit on our family too much this episode. But
I'm cool with it.
JC's taking notes. No, go ahead.
You've met my parents.
Your parents cool as hell. But my mom always lived by the rule of she would never shit on his dad, because he will eventually show you why we are what we are. You allow the dad or the parent that's not there, that may be a lack of parent, you allow that parent to show the kid, and it'll eventually come out. And like my brother, like I said, my brother 8 years older than me, and he got kicked out for selling drugs. Like my parents didn't play that shit, and he had to go live with his dad. And he had been he was at that age where you kind of push. I don't know what it is, y'all, the step parent thing.
You're testing boundaries.
It's testing boundaries, and I think it's natural for the kid to always think the parent that isn't there is the better parent, because you long for him. If you get what I'm saying, you want to be with that parent, and because you're getting rules and shit over here, you kind of think that parent is just going to be the better parent. And my brother was always beefing with my dad. You know, as he was getting older in his teenage years, he was, as we call, he was smelling himself. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like bucking with my dad. And part of that was he was trying to stay out all night to sell dope. And my dad wasn't about that shit. He wasn't going to do it. He came home late. They got into it. Boom, he left and he moved out. And I asked my brother, I said, hey, bro, when did you know it was different? He said, oh, shit. He said, I knew that year. He said, I knew when school started. And I had to buy my own school clothes. He said, that's when I knew that this was a different world. He's like, and I said, wow. He said, yeah, I knew then, you know. And shout out Earl, love him to death. R.I.P. He's not here, because he's always been good to me and good to my brother to an extent. But it was a difference.
Yeah,
it was just a difference. You know what I'm saying? And there's little shit like that. And it's like, it's natural. Even with me and my son. You know, my oldest son is my stepson. And his dad is awesome. His dad is in his life. There's no issue. We have one of the greatest blended families ever.
We did a show. He's got a joke about how awesome his stepson's dick is.
Yeah, I know the joke. Well,
So we were at a show, and the stepdad was there.
The real dad was in the shit. It's my
The biological dad was there watching this shit. And like, I'm going up on stage after. We're like, this is the best stepdad in the world. If my kid's stepdad was going around telling strangers about
how big my dick might be. Yeah. But nah, he was there it was his first time hearing it. And I said, hey, he's right there.
Did he stand up and wave?
He laughed and waved his head. He laughed. But nah, he like even with that, my wife was a custodial parent. You know what I'm saying? So you're there most of the time, and you just always think, and I've seen it personally. I've seen it from my brother. I've seen it from my stepson. You think that the other parent, you think it's always better over there because you have rules. And then you get over there, and you have rules over there, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? You learn to respect the both of them. You know what I'm saying? Respect what you got. And it's just, I don't know, man. I say all that to say, hey, sis, man, you got to let that shit go. You got to let it go. I just think you do, man. You got to let it go. Damn, man, we've been stuck on drink. We went from drinks to family trauma.
Hey. That's the name of the game. That's what these questions are for.
We didn't even drink.
Yeah, you think I give a shit about what the best holiday drink is? No, but if it's gonna
holiday trauma, the best holiday trauma.
If it's gonna bring up a drinking story on a holiday, like, all right, let's go. That's what we're all here for. What's the best meal you can cook?
Oh shit. Oh, I got to pick. My smoke spares and rib tips are very good. Let's see here. I think my let me see. My barbecue is very good. Shit, I cook a lot of stuff, y'all.
I just reminded me the last time you were here, I was telling you about my rib recipe, and you were all on board, and you were proud of me. And then I told you that sometimes I'll slide the bones out and chop them up, and you went, oh. And I watched. He went from being like impressed to like, oh my, oh
God,
oh
hey,
no.
Man, I'm gonna say this, and y'all can kiss my ass. Listen, if you are pulling the bone out of your fucking ribs, your pork ribs, they are overcooked.
Nah.
It shouldn't be falling off. You're supposed to have a bite. Competition ribs have a bite. You from Kansas City. You should know this. When it's a good rib, you should be able to bite it and your teeth mark is still in there. It's tender still, but you should have a bite mark.
I still prefer
off,
it.
Yeah, see, I don't like it. I like mine competition style. Competition style is like when you watch the bar. I know y'all seen.
You would hate my steak.
Oh, you fall off the bone steak too?
No, but like it's definitely more rare than you're gonna like.
Well, I'm a medium guy. I like medium.
Yeah, St. Louis medium.
I don't mind blood in my steak. I don't mind blood in my steak.
Okay, all right.
Like I'm a medium guy.
So
I had to learn that.
My best meal is surf and turf. I do a good surf and turf.
I do a great steak too, man. I don't know how to pick. You know, I cook everything.
How do you make your steak?
Depends. I think the best way to make it is fire. The grill is the best way to make a steak. There's no other way. But if I'm in the house,
I like reverse sear.
It's that's not bad too. But if I'm in the house, it's going to be what's that, cast iron skillet, sear on both sides. I throw butter in there. I throw some sprigs of rosemary, and I throw some garlic. I'm going to baste that shit on both sides. Get my good sear in, and to get it, what I haven't truly perfected yet. It's just totally getting it how I want it on top of the stove. I'll sear it, get it how I want, baste it, and I might sit it in the oven for a second. You know what I'm saying? Just for a second. But it's not for the entirety or nothing like that. Just for a second, just to make sure.
How long do you let it sit?
The oven's already on. Maybe.
No, how long do you let it rest after you've done cooking?
Oh, I'm cooking it. Oh, that shit might rest about 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Before I sit, I know the juices got to render. All that shit got to sit. Like, yeah, I'm big on that. I'm big on that.
That is my biggest pet peeve when people cook steak.
And they just go right to it.
They're like, ooh, it looks good. And then they cut right into it. It's like, stop. What do you... Stop it.
Let it work. Let it work. Let it work.
Yeah.
My cousin, man,
Also
took me
do
to
a
my
good
first.
seared ahi tuna.
Really?
All right.
Never had that. Never had that.
It's pretty rare on the inside. Like you basically just sear the outside, so the inside's like sushi almost. Have you ever done like gravlax? I do really good gravlax.
What the fuck is that?
That's I was about to say, isn't that like a Star Trek character? Oh no, the Gravlocks are coming. I was like, oh, shit.
Transformers, Grimlock.
So it's cured salmon.
Okay.
Oh,
And then you like cut it up into like real thin slices, but you don't cook it. So you cure it instead. It's like a Viking recipe. It's like Scandinavian. So the way they used to do it is they would put like dill and salt, pepper, probably.
What part of you craved that? Is that the white side of you that wanted that?
I was like, I didn't understand.
You know, I come from like the rest of my family is like an island nation that eats like nothing but fish.
That's true too. That's true too. I had to make sure which side of you was craving this Viking recipe. But that's cool. That's cool.
I'll make some. I'll make some, and then you'll.
I'm down.
Do you like sushi?
I like sushi.
Okay, then you'll
I just recently.
Then you'll like.
I just
gravlax.
recently got into it. Sam and them they're California dudes, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so they're
yeah.
big on sushi and shit.
Yep.
And we had, of all places, we were in fucking Fort Worth. And Fort Worth has, in downtown Fort Worth, if you ever work the hyenas down there, they're going to put you in a hotel in downtown Fort Worth. And right across the street is a sushi spot that opens at fucking 6 p.m. and closes like at 6 in the morning. It's like the only thing open. And I'm talking about dude is sitting back there. It's like Asian guys sitting back there just slicing up fresh. It's dope, bro. It's some of the best shit I've ever had in my life. It really is.
So it's authentic.
Yes, it is. It really is.
You got an Asian doing
Hey,
it.
it's a real Asian over there that's sitting there. There's a whole team of them. And he got a bandana on.
and he got a bandana on.
It's sitting there just.
He keeps his
rolling
knife. He pulls out his knife and then sheathes it, and then all the sushi falls apart.
You were cautiously getting more racist, but that was funny.
Hey, that's nothing wrong. Hey,
I'm just fucking.
that's a good one. All right, that's a good. Yeah, who doesn't want to be a samurai?
On my life, all the black kids now. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
All the black kids want to be Asian, and all the Asian Japanese kids.
That's not really
are
a new
being
thing.
Black. It is for me.
That was how
Do you remember Bruce Lee?
But okay.
So like a little bit before your time.
Okay, you're right. The 70s was big with blacks with kung fu, but. Dog, I'm a 90s kid. I'm an 80s baby, 90s kid.
Oh, yeah, because Wu-Tang didn't exist in the 90s.
But I'm not a Wu-Tang guy.
Okay, fair.
I'm not a Wu-Tang guy. But, like, the dudes who liked fucking Dragon Ball, we laughed at them.
I feel like there was a ton of black dudes that loved Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And we laughed at them. And then it's like the 2000s is when that changes. Like, I'm telling you, after the 2000s, when all that shit changes, all the anime people became cool, girls start playing fucking video games. Dog, I grew up in an era where none of that shit meshed. You know what I'm saying? Girls didn't play video games when I was a kid. We laughed at the end. Dog, there are black dudes that'll tell you right. I got a homeboy, Jannard, that will tell you right now. Shout out G. That's my dog from Atlanta, and my boy to another boy. But
And little people.
Shout out little people.
and little people.
But the story of Jannard is they were the kids that you laughed at when they wore them Dragon Ball shirts, the button-up shirts used to be in the 90s and shit.
You couldn't have done that.
There were
we
levels.
laughed at that shit, bro. That shit was lame. And now it's the cool black little kid thing. Know about Naruto and shit.
I'm
There
trying
were
to
levels
imagine
to
you being a Dragon Ball Z fan.
No.
That was like back when you were like a chubby kid, right?
I was never a chubby kid.
When were you chubby?
No,
When
JB
I was grown.
Yeah.
But you thinned out now.
No, I got fat when I was adult. When I was an adult. I've never been fat as a kid.
And you turned into Butterball Z.
Hey, man. You got me.
I got fat too.
You got me. But no, bro, I didn't. I got fat. I got fat after COVID. COVID is when I gained this weight. 2020 is when I gained all of this weight. I never was a chubby kid. I was like, you know, you gain weight when you get
See,
grown.
I didn't really see you around in comedy until at 2020.
You know, I got the joke where I say I'm at a crossroads in my life because where my new friends think I always been built like this, and my old friends are questioning my choices. You know, because I am.
Because you look like you got stung by a bee.
Dogs, many bees, allergic.
Many bees.
Many.
I'm just picturing JB at the end of the movie My Girl or whatever. It's like,
dog.
his glasses.
You don't
He
make
can't
me
see without
become
his
a
glasses.
Telling you, man, this shit is new, bro. I earned this body.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't always like I totally have been. It's so funny. Y'all really think I've been fat forever? Fuck no. I got
In the
fat.
2010s, he looked like Buddy Love.
Hey, hey, I'll be him. I'll be Eddie Murphy. I'll be that. I'll be that because I was funny like that too. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I got fat later. I got fat. Like see, JC has always been AC Slater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He looked just like AC Slater. I've always told him that he reminded me of AC Slater because he was a football dude, he was an athlete dude, and all that shit. I was just a dude. Like, and we know we ran the streets and did shit, but I didn't get fat until I totally got older. And I say I gained weight because you know you gain weight in your 20s if you're not doing anything extra. You're going to gain that after high school weight. And then...
When'd you get fat, Eric?
After the military or the kids?
Yeah, both.
Me too. I blame my kids too. It's when I started having my kids.
For me, is when I got married. Like,
I was a chubby
when
kid.
I started dating.
I was a chubby kid.
My wife.
And then I got into football, and then I started working out, and then I got like real like just strong. I got jacked. And then I got real skinny because of the military.
Yeah, they run your ass off.
Yeah. I went into boot camp. I was 265 pounds when I went in. And then when I graduated 13 weeks later, and I was 180. And
gotta find the photo.
I was just like rail thin. And I remember being excited to graduate, and I was like, oh, nice. I'm going to look all hot. I'm going to look sexy and stuff like that. I'm going to live in San Diego. And the day I graduated, I went to go change clothes, and my mom saw me without my shirt on, and she went, ew. And I was like, oh, well, great. I guess that backfired.
Dog, she was disgusted with your choices, dog.
Yeah. She was like, I can see your ribs. That's not good. And I was like, oh, thanks, Mom. All right, cool. But, yeah, I don't know. And then, yeah, after COVID, definitely that was a big one.
Did your mom schedule a time to tell you she was disappointed in how you looked?
Yeah. She was like,
Can
hey,
you come over Saturday?
Saturday at like 5, don't eat before you no, she I don't know. But you were talking about how there was like the Naruto kids. There were levels to
Is
the
that
anime.
how you pronounce it?
It's Naruto or what?
Naruto? Is it
Yeah, I
Naruto?
don't know.
I've never watched
I
that
don't know.
one.
I don't
watch it.
That's one of the few I've never actually gotten into. But there were levels to it when I was in high school. Like there was the Dragon Ball Z kids, but then there was the Naruto, whatever kids. And those kids, people would be like, that's fucking weird.
All that shit was
They
weird,
would wear
bro.
the headbands. They would run with their arms back, bent over and stuff like that. And everybody would be like, yeah, that's just, I just.
How old are you?
35.
Damn, you look old.
I know.
Like, see, that's the difference. We have at least, I'm 43. I'll be 44 in 2 months. So it's like, there's almost a 10-year difference. So it's like, that difference matters. That I'm telling you, like, that's what I mean
fair.
by, like, that's what I mean by, like, when I'm in school, none of that shit is cool. Even the dudes that like Wu-Tang just like big boots and big clothes. It wasn't like they wasn't dressing like the fighting movies and shit. Like that shit was totally nerd shit.
Were you
to
into
us.
Ninja Turtles though?
As a kid? Yeah, like Ninja Turtles.
Donatello?
No, I was a Michelangelo dude. He was funny.
I was a Raphael guy.
Yeah, I was Michelangelo. He was funny. He made me laugh. Like all that. I can tell you where my cutoff for some of that shit is. I make it to the first season of Power Rangers. And then after Power Rangers, I'm kind of done.
I just missed Power Rangers.
Okay.
Because I'm 44.
I got the first year. I liked the first year. Like I was in 5th and 6th grade when this shit came out. And so I watched it. But then I got to junior high. that shit was dead, bro. Like,
Yeah, I was there. I was
dead.
I was there for the original Power Rangers, the Pink Ranger. You know, you watched Tommy
was
the
hot.
White Ranger just blow through everybody like that, and then I was done with it. But that to me, Power Rangers and Dragon Ball Z are like, I don't know. It's like comparing football and hockey. Like it's two different things to me.
My brother was into Dragon Ball Z, and I used to really piss him off, like because I tease him about it. So I'd come back home, like especially like they'd have like new episodes drop on Fridays, and every time and if we had a home game for football, we could go back to our house for a little bit, and then we'd come back before game time. And I would go back and I'd prep my uniform, like tape up the like the bottom part and all that. Like I don't know if you did that with your uniforms.
No.
Like we would always like try to customize the uniform. So we'd get our uniform from the school, and then we'd take it back, tape it up, all that shit. And it felt like every week I would see him watching what felt like the same episode. Like they still haven't fought yet.
Dog, that shit can make me so mad.
That is true.
And then there was, so I've gone back since to like find the episodes because for years I fucked with him about it. But like I would just repeat the lines that I was hearing and like kind of making fun
On
of
the
it.
next episode of
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
it's like Krillin, you're gonna have to use a spirit bomb. And he'd be like, "Stop doing that! Shut up! Don't make fun of it." It's like, I saved up some energy.
my chi is better now.
I don't know if I can do it, Goku. I'd be doing all the voices, and he would get so mad at me, like, "Shut up! I want to watch it."
It's crazy that you say that because I almost know exactly which episode you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because
It's
there
like
was
27 of those.
That's 90% of the show is them just being like, "Rah!" Like that, just like charging up, like a car engine, just the RPMs going up.
I never
I showed like, who's this green
understood it,
dude?
bruh.
Who's the green dude now?
But you know what? I'll say this too. Dragon Ball Z, because it's people my age that argued they liked Dragon Ball Z and they watched it and shit. And I tell them, I'm not like, where the fuck was y'all at? But I think it's a line of demarcation is people that had Cartoon Network when it was a pay channel. Remember, it wasn't always a free channel. Cartoon Network was a pay channel at one time. And if you had...
It was part of basic cable.
Yeah, but you had to pay for it, though. When Cartoon Network...
It wasn't premium.
Cartoon Network and Disney Channel used to be two channels you had to pay for when they first came out. And then it's when I'm a later teen that Cartoon Network is free. And Disney Channel becomes this free channel. Because you had... I remember when I used to watch them doing the free network. You know when they had them free weekends and shit? That's when I watched Cartoon Network and Disney Channel. And I think if you had Cartoon Network, you saw Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball was on there a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then then it's a free channel and shit. But I was going to tell you too, I compare...
It was never a free channel. What are you talking about?
It's a free... When I say free channel, I mean basic cable.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
You know
it
what
wasn't
I'm
like a premium.
It was a premium channel at one point. And then they reduced it and made it just a basic channel. And I want to say it might have been when Turner bought it. I'm not sure though. But I'm just throwing that out there. But no, I think
He's trying to plug Atlanta again.
I think that Power Rangers is like the gateway for people to really start liking those Asian cartoons.
Yeah.
That's why I compare them. Because it's like, to me, if you stayed watching Power Rangers, your natural, like, you naturally was going to motivate and go to fucking what's the name and go to all that cartoon shit, all that anime shit, because it's all Japanese stuff. It's all Japanese, like it's all Japanese humor and all that shit. Like it's kids out here. Like I was a comic book kid. I collected comic books as a kid. Like I had all that. But what's that shit called? Mangas?
Mangas, yeah.
I didn't read that shit. I didn't do nothing. I never read that shit. But now kids don't even read comic books. A lot of them like the mangas. They'll prefer that over a normal old-fashioned comic book. You know what I'm saying? All the graphic novels, just like my bad. My kids like graphic novels and shit. Like I didn't grow up reading that. Like I didn't. I was into collecting Spider-Man, X-Men, all that shit. Different.
I did that for a while. My uncle would send me comic books, and I would be excited about it because he'd always send me like every year. That was like my Christmas present or birthday present. Was he would have like a giant 3-ring binder, and then he would send me the complete series of.
Oh, that's dope.
But like every month, I would get the new copy that would come in, and I could put it in these big 3-ring binders and stuff like that.
Oh,
I wish I still had some of them because I had some good ones.
Dog, your uncle loves you, dog. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
R.I.P. But then I got into I never got into reading the mangas because it
was after my time too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. The people wasn't doing that shit,
Like,
bro.
I just
like
wasn't
even
around.
the Japanese stuff when I was growing up was very Americanized, like Voltron.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Thundercats. Stuff
All
like
that shit is Japanese cartoons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's like that's the gateway. I don't know. I felt like that was like one of the things that finally like brought a bunch of people together. Because everybody at my high school, you would find out like, oh, you like Dragon Ball Z? I like Dragon Ball Z. Like it was like,
That's dope.
yeah, and it was like okay. And I've had a lot of comics, especially white comics.
Go drink
ask me,
eggnog and shit.
White Russians.
You want to write Russian?
You guys want to
Dragon
drink
Ball?
White Russian and do Kamehamehas in the backyard? No, but I've had white comics ask me like they were like because I guess I don't know why, but I guess a lot of people are surprised to know that I get along with black people because they see me as they're like, oh, you're from rural Missouri.
I would naturally think that.
Yeah, I get it.
Missouri's segregated as fuck, bro. Like, you know that. Like, it's
Especially St. Louis.
St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you think that. When I see rural, I instantly think that. I thought I had a total different view of you before we got cool.
Well,
Because I just remember you as the military dude that told jokes. And I said, that shit is a fucking cheat code. Because I remember my intro to Eric is my first year in the funniest competition.
Mm-hmm.
And he went up there and he said, what'd he say? And I didn't make it past that year. And he's like, hey, I was in the military. And the crowd said, woo! I looked, I said, motherfucking cheat code.
Give it up for the troops. You gave it up. You gave it up for the troops in the middle of a competition.
yeah.
But no, but he like you cool as fuck and you funny. What matters too in this game is funny.
Yeah.
I think being funny will bridge more or knock down more boundaries than anything.
Well, that was the thing. Like that was how I grew up. Was I hung out with, and it sounds terrible when you're like, no. When I was growing up, my best friends were black, and it sounds like, yeah, right, yeah. What are you gonna say next? But it's like I pretty much only dated black girls. I hung out with all the and people are like, how did you? Why? And it's like, I liked football, boobs, and Japanese cartoons. It wasn't hard to find middle ground. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's one of the things that I don't know. I like it a lot.
I felt like I had two lives because I'm from West St. Louis, and my grandparents was like some of the first blacks on their block when Jennings was a white area. Like Jennings, Missouri, Jennings was pretty white at one point. Now that shit is the hood. It's an extension of the north side. But it was the hood. I mean, it was like white as fuck. My parents didn't want me to go to school in my neighborhood. I kicked it with it, but I had it like I'm right in the heart of the crack era, a lot of shit, gang banging, a lot of shit going on. So my parents didn't want me to go to school over there. So I used to go to school, going to my grandparents' house, and then come back home on the weekend. And it was two different worlds.
Yeah.
When I went to Jennings, I had white friends. I had no white friends on the west side. Like, I really understood early that it was two different things. I understood that shit so much early. Like, I get to Jennings.
When you say the west side, like what? Like
I'm technically born on the Hodemont tracks. So that's like right off Kings Highway and where the Sears building is at. And then my parents moved from there to the other part of the west side, which is Labadie and Goodfellow.
Yeah.
I grew up over there. And then we moved. Eventually, my parents get a house where my grandfather lives at. And so I've spent my entire life in Jennings, but I don't move to Jennings.
Well, like, where did your grandparents live? Like, where did you go to school?
I went to school in Jennings.
Okay.
The entire time I went to school in my neighborhood 1 year. But from kindergarten to 12th grade, I'm in Jennings. I only missed 1 year, and that's 3rd grade.
I didn't realize how separated St. Louis was.
Oh yeah,
Because like I didn't, and
That was
like
the first thing I noticed when I first moved here.
well, yeah. Once I started coming up here to do comedy, and I noticed like, why is it so like what? I don't understand. Like just hanging out at the Funny Bone before the meeting,
Yep.
you would see like there'd be all the black comics kind of up by that circular table. You'd have like the alt comics towards the front, like.
JC randomly walking around somewhere. Just me being on my own.
But it was like, I mean, I would argue that St. Louis is more separated than Cape Girardeau is because everybody up here is like, oh, where'd you go to high school? Oh, you went here. You must be, blah, blah, blah. In Cape, there's one high school.
And
everybody goes to it.
But I feel that's the difference too. I'm telling you, man, when you're poor, that's why poor people in the hood get along so well with black folks because they feel like if you poor over there, you one of us. I don't want to. I ain't trying to say just because you grew up rural is poor, but it's lesser money.
Yeah.
Everyone is the same out there. You get what I'm saying? Unless you in some type of Mississippi backwoods racist town, most of y'all the same. It's the same shit. St. Louis is sectioned the fuck off. It really is.
I didn't even understand the Del Mar Divide.
Oh, that shit real until you see it.
I didn't realize. I was like, I've heard people talk about it, and I was like, I never really got it until
You see it.
I drove through it.
Yep.
I got on Kings Highway, and I was like, let's just see what this is about. And I drove from like South City all the way along Kings Highway. I just had nothing to do one day, and I was like, let's figure this out. You hit Del Mar, and you get to the other side of it, and it's a different world.
It's a whole different world, bro.
And I was just like,
Did you ever watch Different World?
no. I don't think
And
so.
the world come true. Song, dog.
Dwayne Wade, or what was the dude's name?
Oh
Dwayne
shit, that's
Wayne?
Different Strokes. I was singing a Different Stroke.
It was a spinoff of the Cosby Show.
Yeah, Different World.
Oh, okay.
And
No,
that's when
I
they
never
went to
saw-
college. That's when they went to. Have you ever seen the Cosby Show?
Yeah, I love the Cosby
Okay,
Show.
okay.
Mrs. Huxtable. I had a thing for Mrs. Huxtable.
There's not a man alive.
Felicia
that
Rashad.
There's not a
Yeah.
man
Is
alive.
it Felicia
that
or
didn't.
Alicia?
No, Felicia.
It's Felicia.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my. Speaking of dad bits, whenever somebody's like, "Guess who I ran into at so and so," I always say Felicia Rashad. Like I just throw that. That's one of my favorite things. And people are like, "No,
There's not a man alive that didn't think that woman was fine.
she was hot to me because she was a little scary. Because
She didn't play no games.
she was a lawyer, but she was a mom. But she just had a look sometimes that she would just give Cliff, and you would be like,
The
"Oh."
kids, even when she gave the kids.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I
She
don't know.
didn't play no game. She was it's funny to me, but she the definition of a black mama. She really was a black mom. Like, that's my mom. My mom may have not have been a lawyer, but that type of parenting, that sternness, that love, all that shit is a black, like, she is truly a black mom, bro. That's black mama shit. It really is. I to this day, it's so fun we brought this up. I really do, on my YouTube, sit there and watch clips of the Cosby Show, like, every day.
Trying to see if there's any warning signs.
I just want to watch. I hate that this fool got it kicked off TV
Yeah,
because it's truly one of the greatest family TV shows of all time. It's like you don't. There's nothing there to look at besides now people. Now these kids, they hate everything and they deep dive everything. I saw on Twitter the other day, man, didn't nobody think it was wild that Bill Cosby was a gynecologist in his basement? Okay, when you say it like that.
I never put that together till just now.
Yeah, I'm like, when you say it like that, okay, but no, you didn't survive. You thought he had a home practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is common, like, especially, like, it's not uncommon to have a home practice.
And he had a nice house. Why wouldn't he have a?
Man, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. But I love that show. I miss it. I really do.
I was more of a Fresh Prince guy.
There's those people out there too. Are you one of those people?
Well, yeah, apparently.
No. When I say that, did you
There's
like
those
Martin?
people.
Because everyone I've ever met that say they love Fresh Prince say they don't like Martin.
I liked Martin.
I liked Martin.
But, like,
I go back
but-
and watch Martin clips now.
Like
A lot.
I also grew up in the suburbs, so I'm gonna like Fresh Prince.
That
like,
makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Like Martin to me is the pinnacle of '90s comedy for me, because like to me, no, it's not as wholesome as the. See, I'm gonna make this shit real. Like it's not as wholesome as the Cosby Show, where the Cosby Show like showed you a real family unit and all that shit, but it also showed you, damn, a black couple like was making money, living in this big ass house in New York and shit like that. Martin was the flip side of that, because I'm telling you what people don't believe, but I pulled this from Martin when I watched it. I thought it was so cool to see a dude who had his own house, had his own career, who had a girlfriend that had her own house, had her own career. They get married, come together in his house. It was dope to see Martin claim this is my shit and kick people out because it was his shit. Like I thought that was so dope to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not really highlighted on TV. You know what I'm saying? Will was the Fresh Prince to me is exactly the same story they preach all the time. Dude from the hood come up because he get a fairy tale life somewhere else.
Okay.
Whereas with Martin, it isn't that. It's a dude,
He
black
made his own
dude
way.
that grew up, had a job, and you see him literally come up on the job.
Do you like living single?
I like living single. I actually like living single. Yeah, I like living single because that was different too. You saw 4 women that
There's
were
black friends. There's friends for black people.
It actually was friends before friends. Like
Yeah.
The theory is that they stole.
Yeah, friends was like, hey, then we're onto something.
That's great.
Wait a minute.
Hey, we can take the whole thing except make them white. But yeah, like it's like I love those shows because they did showcase something different. Martin was just so funny to me, bro. Like the pinnacle of Martin Lawrence, bro, is just a different. That's like a different era, bro. It really is. It's like we were young for Eddie Murphy in theory. You know, we get the movies, but we're young. Even though we've seen 48 Hours and all that shit, we're still young. Like we're like 4 or 5 years old when that shit is going on. Man, we see Martin become Martin. You know what I'm saying? From Def Comedy Jam to the TV show, from shit he was on from what's that Kid and Play movie? You know, House Party. Like we literally see the rise of how Martin become Martin and shit.
Dude, Kid and Play.
House Party,
like-
one of the greatest movies ever, man.
Did you see they tried to remake it?
And I've never watched it.
It's
I'm a LeBron guy, but he fucked that up. Shit, dog. Leave shit alone. I have not seen it. You watched it?
no. I watched some of it, and because I heard people talk about how bad it was, and they were like, it's the worst, one of the worst remakes of something that didn't need to be remade. And I started watching it, and I was like, I'm not.
Have you ever seen the original House Party?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Kick your fucking ass.
That's my shit, dog.
But what was? Oh, you were talking about the. Every now and then, it pops up that Theo died, and it just
It hurts.
it just hurts.
It do.
I never thought like he was so cool when
Yep.
I was a kid. Theo Huxtable was 100 times cooler than
Everybody.
Will Smith. I thought
I
Yeah.
would agree with you. I
Yeah.
would agree with you on that.
and it's funny that you were talking about like the Cosby Show because you were seeing like, you know, you were like you were saying it's like a black couple and it's like he made money and she made money and stuff like that, and like, we didn't think about it like that. We don't ever look at it, and like I talked about this with Taji and Shantae Love on their show, that they were saying something about like they love black love, and I was like, yeah, I don't ever put a race behind it. You know, like if I see a couple walking down the street, I'm not like, oh, look at that black love. I'm like, oh, they're in love. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't look at the Huxtables like, oh yeah.
It's crazy.
It's just a
when-
family.
Yeah,
You know?
I laugh when people, and it's not like when people don't understand why we look at things through a racial lens.
Yeah.
It's because the country is this.
Yeah.
And you only can see what you've seen. And dog, just think about it. I'll put it to you like this. Just 30 years ago, the only black shit on, no, just 40, 50 years ago, the only black shit on TV was pimps. Like you were, besides Bill Cosby,
Oh man.
besides like, because Bill Cosby was on I Spy and all that type of shit. You had Sammy Davis Jr., he was still kicking it with white dudes. You know what I'm saying? You got that type of shit, but it's like, you have blaxploitation. That ain't nothing but pimps and all that type of shit. You see a certain type of thing. It's only a certain thing. Even all our parents' favorite shows. You can go like, Chips and Starsky and it's always the black dude is the hip street.
Huggy Bear, yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
And so when you can see something like the Hunkstables, that shit changed the world. And what made it change the world is because white folks liked it too. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the world, the United States unifier for a while. You know, like that shit means something, and you really trip off of it. Like you really trip off when there's something positive that's thrown in front of you instead of a constant wave of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what it is. Even with the black love thing, it's like, man, all you used to see on TV, if it was a black dude with a woman, he had a white girl. Like you should see it all the time. It's always in your face. And it's going to be something you notice and you contribute that. You look at athletes, we contribute. We almost did. Kanye made a damn song about it and ended up doing what he said in the song. Literally ended up doing it. Leo asked for a white girl. He literally did it. You know, that's what I mean by like, it's like thrown in your face in a certain way. So when you see it, it looks good. Like black love, bro. Like that shit and it's not even to be divisive. I know it's hard to tell a person who don't get it, it's not divisive.
No, I don't mean it like.
But no, it's not you. Believe me. There are people who are not as understanding you that have
I'm sure there are.
The same thought. That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, well, I could probably make a call to a couple people.
It's not even to be divisive. You only look at it divisive because you're taking offense to the word black. You know what I'm saying? Because it said black on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're taking offense. But other than that, just accept and we understand it. Because I even laugh when people try to make it comparable. What if you guys said black power? Well, what if I said white power? It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's two different things. Shout out to little people.
Shout out to
little power.
If you got,
little power.
Little
You know
power.
what I'm saying? But
Little
it's
power.
not the same shit, bro.
About half an amp.
It's not.
You know?
It's not the same shit.
Yeah, if you got grits in your pants, shout out.
So funny.
Grits in the pants is so funny. Oh man.
Like how we changed that grits in the pan.
Yeah. Well, we're almost at 2 hours, so
Shit.
we gotta.
It don't even seem like it.
I know. Yeah. I feel like I could sit here and talk to you guys all day, but you guys want to plug social media? Any shows you got coming up?
Well, not sure when this is going to drop, but I do have 3 shows coming up. I know I got a Gaffigan show. I'll be with the Gaffigan guy on the 22nd of December. Follow my social media. You'll see it on there. I have a show on the 28th. They got me with Charleston White, man, at Helium, dog. You know who Charleston White is, don't you?
No.
The black dude that be saying really racially charged things with the bad eye.
Yeah.
They be saying some crazy shit, dissing the gang members and all that type of shit.
Looking like Uncle Ruckus.
Yes. I am featuring for him.
No relation.
No relation. But I'm featuring for him on the 28th. And then New Year's Eve, Helium has me headlining the happy hour show.
No,
Nice.
for real?
Yeah, it's like a 5 to 7 show in the new room. What's the new room?
I would guess the garage.
I'm guessing so. They have a new room.
Yeah.
And they asked me, do I want a headline?
new.
And it's the pre-show. So that's from 5 to 7. So I expect it to be 5 to 7 people in there at that time. That's what I expect. That's what I expect.
You're gonna get it. You should. Well, yeah, you can figure it out. We'll talk about how to pack it out. JC, you got anything coming up you want to plug? Or any social media?
Social media is at JC Sibala. I'm going to be at Funny Bone the 8th through the 11th. And then, like, I've got a bunch of like one-nighters up until like February, and then I'm like hitting the road pretty hard. I'll be at like at Atlanta Helium in February. I'll be at Comedy Works early March in Denver, and then I'll be the Den Theater on March 7th in Chicago. That's gonna be a
See, I ain't go too far into January, so touring.
I didn't know when this
Comcast,
was gonna
dude.
come out.
Yeah.
Didn't
No,
think
I
about
get you.
that.
To be fair, I also don't know when this is going to
That
Nah,
makes
it'll
sense.
be.
That makes sense.
Yeah.